Hello, this is gaelenfade, and welcome to another episode of Grand Ages Rome, How to Build an Epic City. Today we'll be building in Tarraco. Before we get started, I just wanted to show you what I'm running at. It may crash simply because, like I've said before, I don't think I have enough RAM, but I am running it at high specs and in high definition here, as you can see. Also want to show you my character. I don't think I've ever showed that to people as well. So let me do that real quick for you right here before we get started. I use a Julii. I really like the Julii simply because of some of the skills they have. One of my favorite is meat for the people and bread for the people. It really saves you a lot of resources from having to go ahead and build farmers markets and things like that around poor areas if you don't want to. Of course, you should if you're trying to build goods and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and pull out like I usually like to do here so we can take a look at the overview of the city of Tarraco. As you can see, I've got my road systems here done out already like I always like to do. Some, of course, aren't fully complete yet, but I haven't even gotten close to building there yet. This city is really good. I really like the coastline of this city. There is only one big hill, so there is only one opportunity to build up like I've done on all my other videos. But let me start you off over here in this corner where I have my lighthouse. This is our little cul-de-sac area of the island, or not, excuse me, not an island, but of the city. As you can actually see the road. I like this one because you can see the road going all the way up to go all the way up the hill. And there's also another road, if you can see just a piece of it, by the victory column that goes up the hill as well, and we'll get over there in a few minutes. Another thing I've done on this one is my form is not as big. As you notice in my other videos, I always have a triumphal walk coming up to my form. On this one, I elected not to. During my road design, I knew that. I simply decided to put it right next to the river. That was my thing on this one. I wanted to have the Forum as well as the Pantheon right on the river. Let's take a look if we were at the Pantheon, what our view would be here. Hopefully the game won't crash on us or nothing, like I said. There we go. You can see, of course, the military academy as well as some of the hill. This one has a really huge hill. You'll notice as I go around the map that unlike the other ones, there's usually smaller hills, and Rome has one kind of even one. This one really goes up in just one huge hump in the middle of the board. And it looks really nice. And also, there's like a long, I don't know if you call it a hill, but if you ever play Tarraco and you free build like I do, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's like a crest that goes up all around the inner area of the island that creates another little up that we'll see in a second. But this is the forum area, as you can see. I had a lot of military victories on this level when I started free building. I always enjoy that. Let's go ahead here. Move around the level. One of my places where I actually think one of the best views are is right here, coincidentally, where the slaves are. I guess the slaves just got lucky in this lifetime, because when you're standing over here, you get a beautiful view of where the hill kind of starts. It actually starts right about here by the port, but you can see a little bit more where it just goes up and up and up, and that's one of my favorite things on this level, how that hill just goes, seems to just go on forever almost. Got a Colosseum right here. Put the Philosopher's Academy over here, nice and elevated this time. See, if you're hanging at the Philosopher's Academy, if you were into philosophy, this is what you'd be able to see all day. Nice, beautiful view. You got your victory column. You've got your Circus Maximus here. And of course, if you were looking to your right, you can see the lighthouse all the way in the distance, as well as the Pantheon where we were just at. It's a really beautiful city. I suggest this as a build. It's not a beginner build. Again, I suggest for a beginner build, definitely Syracuse. It's the simplest thing to build on. Let's move around here. If we were at the Colosseum, let's show the view if we were walking out. We have our little Arc of Triumph here, walking down the hill. Got our road, and this is what we'd see. Can't see the huge hill, but can see the Senate building all the way up there. See the lighthouse, and you can see the top of the Pantheon. Let's go over here to the Circus Maximus. Got my hospital over here by the Circus Maximus, just in case any of the riders get hurt. And that goes right what I'm talking about with planning. You really got to think of it like a real city. Where would people want things placed? Don't just place things because it fits. I notice a lot of times I see it on videos, people just popping stuff anywhere where they can get it. Put it where it would make sense and seem like a real city and be convenient for your citizens. Alright. Let's go, in the future I'm eventually going to encapsulate the rest of this Circus Maximus with other things. I'm trying to encapsulate it with entertainment. Hospital here, tavern, a little bit more entertainment. Basically, you know, so when people come out of here, they still have other stuff to do. Let's go up the hill here. Alright, we are on the hill. In a way, this almost reminds me of Rio de Janeiro with that little statue right there and overlooking the whole city like Rio has. But let's take a look here. If we were standing outside the Senate building, this is the lovely view of the city that we'd have. Nice view from here. We could see all the way over to the Coliseum, Philosophers Academy, and there's the Pantheon right over there. We've got our Temple of Mars over here. It has a nice view as well. You can see a little bit of a new neighborhood I've been getting here on the road that eventually leads again to the Coliseum as well. I've put the the courthouse on overlooking the ocean here. I really thought it was a nice little view. And you know, you don't want to have all your buildings facing the same way. That's another mistake I see a lot of people making. They want to make it look uniform, or if they put something on the hill, they're going to put everything in exactly like a line, like facing the same way.